Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Joined with me today is my fiancée, Brianna Snyder. For her birthday, she wanted to go see Waitress on Broadway, so we went out to New York, made a big thing about her birthday being out there. And I proposed right after the show, so it was all planned. So Colleen Ballinger.
Yeah.
So I incorporated her show into my proposal, so thank you, Colleen.
I've been watching her Miranda Sings videos since 2012 probably. I don't know if you know about the Boyfriend song. She did a parody of Boyfriend by Justin Bieber, and I thought it was hilarious. And I thought that was an actual person for the longest time until she came out, and I was like, oh well, this is me. So I started watching her, and yeah, so I've just been a huge fan since forever.
Yeah, and we watched the Haters Back Off on Netflix. We watched both seasons.
It was really good.
Even I got kind of invested into it because at the end of the second season they leave on a cliffhanger. So now they're not going to do it. We're in New York. We're going on Broadway. I'm nervous because I'm hiding her ring in my pocket and trying not to, because all the seats were so close together. I had the ring in my right pocket and you sat on my right side and everything's so tight. So I was worried that you were gonna lean on the pocket that I had the ring in and feel just this big square. I kept moving the ring throughout the night, whether we were walking and you'd be on my right side or my left side. I would have to move the ring discreetly over to the other side and stuff.
I didn't know at all. I did not know at all.
When we got to the theater, we actually had really, really good seats.
I knew that he would want to get out to go to the bathroom because yeah.
Like an old man who got to pee 3 times in the show.
I got really good seats, and they were at the end, they were at the very right side, right next to the stairs.
Yeah, the aisle, pretty much.
It's not middle seats where you can, the audio is great or whatever, but that didn't really matter to me.
They were okay.
We had really good leg room.
It was on the balcony, too. It was the first row, on the balcony.
And we had leg room, and it was really nice, and we had a pretty good view of the stage.
Yeah, I was stoked on it too because I was oh, okay, everyone else is so squished together and we're here on the end, It's not directly straight on, but we have nobody in front of us, just the little balcony.
Usher, she comes up to us and she says, this couple, this man has some leg problems.
No, it wasn't a couple, it was a dad and his daughter.
This man has some leg problems, and he this seat is probably one of the best seat that he could probably sit in and not feel pain the whole time.
Yeah, he's and he's with his daughter who wants to see Colleen, and they're well, his seats are more kind of centered, so you're kind of, it's a good trade, And we were we'll look at it, and then I looked over at him, and he's looking to see if we're getting up and leaving our seats with his daughter. And me, because I can never say no to people, I was sure, we can do that. The seats actually were better. They were more centered, but we were right in the middle of these other groups of people. So I didn't like that because now I'm like everyone else. As far as the actual show itself, here was my concern because Colleen is not the main character. She's a supporting character.
Yeah.
I had a lot of empathy for the girl who is the main character because it's she's done all this work to try and push the show, to lead the show, and then she knows a majority of the audience is there for a supporting actress, a supporting character.
Going into it, I was expecting more not riot,
more craziness.
More craziness for Colleen.
Well, when she first came out there, the audience just went nuts with high-pitched screams and stuff. By the end of the show, I thought the girl who played Jenna, I really need to learn her name. I thought that she did an absolutely amazing job. We were joking that we were we came for Colleen, but we stayed for Allison. Because she did a phenomenal job. She didn't seem like she was intimidated by the fact that the audience was there for someone else. She literally came in, she's she won us over pretty much.
Yeah, she was really good, and I did follow her on Instagram afterwards.
Oh yeah, and before the show even started, I was I need to get Bree something from they sell stuff. They had this shirt, just a regular T-shirt. I'm okay, it's probably gonna be maybe $25 because $35 for a T-shirt. Colleen, I'm gonna need you to get up with them about that. Of course I still paid for it. That's why they're not gonna change it. And we got a little waitress, little glass thing. When Colleen first came out onto the stage, again, just everybody just like erupted and just like applause and screaming and stuff. And she did a really good job. Well, she even said like in her own videos that that's something, Broadway, something she's always wanted to do. It's been like a dream of hers to do it. I think she nailed it. It was really, really good. I think when we were there, the understudy for
Todrick.
Yeah, it was the understudy for him. But I thought he was like one of the highlights of the entire show.
He was so funny. I absolutely loved him in it. Yeah.
Good for you, understudy. I had no idea that you were amazing.
Everybody held themselves up really well.
Allison Luff, that's her name. I did write it down.
Allison and Mark, Jenna and Dr. Potimer, they like their voices just kind of like melted together. And whenever they did that little run, that one, like that one just it killed me. I was like I felt something.
What was the song that Colleen did by herself? And now I Anyway, she did really good on her solo. And one of the first songs they did, The Negative.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty good. They did a pretty good job.
I listened to the soundtrack before, on Spotify, but I didn't really like know what it's about because it's only the songs. You don't hear the whole story. I was going into it. I was like, yeah, this lady's pregnant, and yeah, whatever. But I didn't really get it until I walked into the show.
Oh, this is another thing that was great for me, being a male that was there. The men's bathroom was vacant pretty much the entire time, and the female bathroom was like lines wrapped around up in the mezzanine, because that's where the bathroom was. So it was great for me, but I was like, these poor girls are gonna have to wait for like an hour just to go to the bathroom. So for the show itself, my only point of reference was her playing the music in the car on Spotify, like months before the actual show. So I was familiar with a couple of the songs. But I didn't know the storyline at all, so this was like, I was pretty fresh going in, like I didn't know what to expect. And I thought it was really great. Just overall, I thought it was really, really entertaining. I thought it was really good. I loved the little girl coming in at the very end, their daughter, spoiler alert. But I loved her coming in, and I don't know, made it seem like real that they actually had like a little girl coming in and being Jenna's daughter and stuff. What would you rate the show? On a scale of 1 to 10? 10. Really?
10!
Colleen! No, I'd probably give it about an 8 out of 10.
Why 8 out of 10?
Why not 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
I think it just would come down to just nitpicky sort of structure of the play. Like at some points it got a little slower. There were some parts in the diner where it was like, all right, come on, let's wrap up this scene, kind of go on to the next one. It's very minute, don't get me wrong. I'm not downing the play at all, or the musical at all. But it was just like small things that sort of added up. Like a couple things that didn't really need to be there, that really didn't serve any purpose, type of issues. It's 8 out of 10, it's great.
I want to know why, though.
It's a wonderful rating. I can't give everything 10 out of 10. I gotta have a little, scrutiny about it. How about this? Colleen's performance, 10 out of 10. How about that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right after the show, we went to the stage door.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because Colleen talked about it. Mm-hmm. And we waited. I got some footage on my phone, I think, that I still have. Because obviously I couldn't bring my camera into there. But I filmed a little bit of the stage door, and we waited like 15 minutes for her to come out. And
there was only probably like 15 minutes left, and these people in front of us, I feel like they were fans of Colleen. They got up and left, probably to go get to the front of the
stage door. Yeah, Colleen actually posted a video just like yesterday about there being a problem about that.
I signed every single playbill, and I took as many pictures as I could, but it got to a point it was late. I wanted to see my baby. I hadn't seen him all day, and still they were shouting at me to take pictures with them and demanding pictures. I was looking at moms in the eyes saying like, please, can I go home and see my baby? Like, I just want to see my baby. And they didn't care.
Even when we got out to the stage door and there were people, I guess, that were already waiting, because Colleen talked about how people would leave early to go and wait out there. I could tell that it was kind of a recipe for disaster. It was just so chaotic. We were like in the back, people were kind of shoving and stuff, even when we were there, and Colleen hadn't even come out yet. We just waited and waited and waited, and we just decided to go ahead and go. So right after that, we walked to Times Square and I proposed, and and it was great. Anyway, I know we kind of gave sort of a broad review of it, just sort of our experience. It was very, very good, the actual show. If there are any fans of hers that stumbled on over to this video that wanted more specific questions answered, I'll do my best to answer them in the comments below.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.
As always, we appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.
Bye.